Hello and welcome to JT on Sport here for Sunday the 11th of September 2016. Hope you guys are having a great day, whatever you're doing on this beautiful day here in Silverstream in New Zealand. First of all Blacks last night, 57-22 over the Argentinians. And unfortunately, the scoreline doesn't really reflect. The Argentinians had a great first half. Going into the break, it was 24 points to 22. But then, the All Blacks put in the afterburners, the likes of Beauden Barrett, TJ Perenara, Ben Smith, Israel Dagg, and Ardie Savea, as well as others, stepped up and gave Argentinians the run for their money. So, it's a shame, but that's what the All Blacks are for. Sides can get to them 50, 60 minutes, but that last 20, the All Blacks are gone. No one can beat them just like that. It's absolutely amazing. So, congratulations to the All Blacks after another great victory there. New Zealand swimming star Sophie Pascoe has won her first gold medal of the Rio Paralympics. A day after claiming silver in the women's 50-metre freestyle, Pascoe topped the heats in the 100 metres earlier this morning, backstroke, and backed that up with another impressive display in the final to regain the title she lost in London 4 years ago. The 23-year-old finished in the time of 1:07.04, almost a full second ahead of Hungary's Bika Pap, with Britain's Alice Ty in third. Angelique Kerber won her first US Open title and the second Grand Slam trophy of her breakthrough season, beating Caroline Pliskova 6-3, 4-6, 6-4 this morning. The number 2 seed Kerber trailed by break at 3-1 to Pliskova, who was seeded 10th and hadn't been past the third round in any Grand Slam tournament. The left-handed Kerber already was assured of making her debut at number 1 in the WTA rankings on Monday, ending Serena Williams' record-tying 1-8-6 week start at the top. So could this be a sign of new things for women's tennis? Djokovic vs Wawrinka, that's tomorrow morning. That'll be a good game. Obviously, Djokovic is injured. He's had a tough time. He's had a few lucky results with other players not playing well, others players pulling out due to injury. So that will be very interesting, and that is on tomorrow morning. Wallabies are back. They've snapped a 6-game losing streak to beat the Springboks and maybe have a chance of going close to the ABs in as far as the World Rugby Championship is concerned. They beat the Springboks 23-17. It wasn't perfect, but tries from rookie Adam Coleman and Bernard Foley was all they needed to get them back into Michael Cheika's good books, who was very angry vocally, as we saw a couple of weeks ago at Westpac Stadium in Wellington. EPL, Liverpool, woohoo, my boys, 4-1 over Leicester City. Did you guys win last year? What are you up to? So 4-1, there was goals with Lallana, scored a couple, James Milner, Sadio Mane, so 4-1, smashed, as Anfield got expanded now, 56,000, some more guys up there. So Jurgen Klopp will be very happy. And the derby, the first derby of the year, was Manchester City taking it 2-1. So Mourinho's down, Pepe Guardiola is up, so 2-1 City over United. New Zealand cycling fans can dare to dream that the country at least is someone who could possibly win the Tour de France. Nelson's George Bennett over the last few months has demonstrated he can mix it with the best of the world, which reassesses what he can achieve in the cycling career after a breakthrough few months. The 26-year-old has been a professional since 2010, but over the back half of this year, he's elevated his status in the peloton to a rider with true general classification qualities. Let me explain what a general classification rider is. GC riders are a special breed. They not only can climb well, but be also competitive in time trials. The likes of Chris Froome, Nairo Quintana, and Alberto Contador fit into this category, and while most youngsters dream of winning the Tour de France when they take up the sport, most of who to professional realise their career will be, well, as a domestic, helping out the team leader by seeing the right place or fetching drink bottles. George Bennett's results, he got a 7th in the Tour of California, 14th at the Criterion du Soleil, and 7th on the stage at this year's Tour de France. Going into last night's stage, Bennett was 11th, but he had a great effort and he climbed up to 10th overall. That is nothing to be sniffed at. To be within 10 minutes of Chris Froome and Nairo Quintana is amazing effort. Congratulations to George Bennett. So he says, I've always dreamed of being a GC rider in Tour de France. I'll need a couple more years to develop, like on the time trial and the last little bit in the 240km stages. But I'm not putting any barriers on what I can do, and if I keep the same progression, I'm pretty optimistic that I can have an exciting career. I'm not predicting a win a Grand Tour, but definitely podium. Next 5 years, New Zealand could have a podium in the Grand Tour. Obviously, next step is top 5. I target the Giro. Look at 2019 possible podium ambition. Giro Vuelta for Bennett probably for the next 3 years, because he's doing really well in that race. Rest of the year, he's going to stop now for Bennett. He's going to focus on time trialing, which kind of let him down a few races. And you need to time trial well if you're a GC rider. Finally, BMW Championship, the third leg of the FedEx Cup. DJ, he put a 17-footer for birdie in the last hole to shoot a 4 under round 68 and lead by 3 to Englishman Paul Casey. So, leaderboard, Dustin Johnson, 18 under par, Casey, 15, JB Holmes, 14, Roberto Castro, 12, Adam Scott, 11, and also Matt Kuchar, 11. So, lots of sports news. Another great week of JT on Sport. Thanks for the support. Another massive week. We've got Paralympics, we've got golf, cycling, more rugby championship, more league, more football. It's another exciting week. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.